Eldorado Park residents have vowed to fight until their demands that authorities deal with crime are met. Today was the deadline for authorities to present a blueprint to residents following an earlier meeting with police, but no plan has been given to the residents. Two teenagers were shot dead over the weekend in an alleged drive-by shooting. Eldorado Park residents handed over a memorandum of demands to the local police station last month. And of course, there's been quite a lot that has been coming out of this particular story. And Dereleen James, the founder of the Yellow Ribbon Foundation, joining us live now to give us a sense of whether or not they've been able to get some kind of, response update plan from the authorities, because we also saw the National Police Commissioner meeting with this particular community earlier on this week. Dereleen, I see that there's a bit of load shedding on your end. I hope you're able to hear us. 4 p.m. was the deadline. Have you been responded to?
4 p.m. was the deadline that was set on last week, Sunday. We've been out here. I am tired. I'm drained. We've been out here sleeping for 5 days already. And still today, the SABC comes here without Department of Justice. We said that we cannot not have Department of Justice as part of the intervention, because you find that many arrests are yielded by SABC, but 2 days later, all these perpetrators are back on the streets. We've also said that we want designated courts, we want a designated prosecutor to deal with all of these cases, we want a special operation set up at SABC, we want an 6-month intelligence-driven operation just to get things back to normality, and none of those demands has been met as yet. At the moment, we've been back and forth between community and SABC since about 4 o'clock today. It is only now that we managed to calm the community down, that some of the leaders are currently, I'm sitting at SABC, some of the leaders are currently in a meeting with the national leadership trying to deliberate on a way forward. But it's really tense in our community, and we are purely saying this because for almost a decade, it's been 9 years since the presidential intervention, and we're back to square one.
What was the reason for the Department of Justice not being part of this meeting as you earlier requested?
I cannot believe the response that I got earlier on. This is from a national department where the head said to me, we tried to contact our sister department, the NPA and Justice. You cannot keep us responsible if they don't respond. And we said, so if you don't have a relationship and if you are unable to get your sister department here, where does that leave us as a community?
And that boggles the mind, because the NPA has got those Tutuzela care centers as well. They've got so many specialized operations and stuff. And one wonders, what exactly is behind this? Because if they're operating in silos and are not able to reach one another, what is a community like yourself supposed to do now to get these answers?
This is exactly what we've said. So we said we're not budging, but really our energy levels are so low, because we honestly thought by today, day 5, there would be some form of compassion and we'll see an integrated approach from all departments. This afternoon, we had officials coming here from the Premier's office, just coming to listen to our pleas. And we said, our pleas have been made known 9 years ago. A decade later, there's been intervention. Revisit your previous attempts at fixing Eldorado Park and see where you failed. And don't come back to us now with the same approach where you are working in silos. And it's in your own government, it's as if it's a us and them. Saying to us that Department of Justice hasn't responded. And on Monday, we asked the National Commissioner to please try and assist us by getting all the departmental heads. And he came back and he said he couldn't get hold of them. So we've been on television, we've been on radio, we've put it out there. What more are we supposed to be doing?
How's the community, feeling about this development? As you say, you've managed to calm them down. Give us a sense of how things were on the ground.
Well, earlier on, some of us leaders came into the boardroom. The community has said no more boardroom talks. And some of us went into the boardroom to actually address the leadership. And they came in because our streets are lined with coffins right now. And on every coffin, we have a minister's name. And they came into the boardroom and they pulled us out. They even said to me, Dereleen, if you're going to speak to them, we're going to hold you accountable. Get out of here. We are taking to the streets. You can hear the commotion. They are coming out of the boardroom right now. I'm not sure what is happening here now. Yeah, but it's very tense here. It's very, very tense. An integrated approach is what we want. We said, you know what, special meetings could be called during COVID at any given time. And that is what the community is saying. We're going to be out here until the entire government comes and responds to us in a holistic approach.
I wish you were close so we could be able to see some visuals of what exactly is going on out there, because this is one of those things that has been, you know, the work that you do at the heart of what you've been doing for a very long time in a community that has felt neglected over time. Now, what are they proposing happens, you know, now, because they are, of course, still very much aggrieved?
Basically, what they want is they want the station commander to leave immediately. They also want the Department of Justice to come on board immediately. Today, still, they want them to respond to all their demands. I'm walking out, I'm not sure, because SABC is actually blocked off. We have TRT here. The members have packed up tires in the front here. There's coffins in the front here. So it is hectic. Tensions are hectic here.
So now I'm making you a reporter.
I'm going to take you to the gate right now.
I'm making you a reporter to give us a sense of what is going on the ground.
It's very dark right now. You can see there's a lot of people that is gathered here. I'm going to ask them to give us some light. You have some of the community leaders standing on yourself. So members here, I'll tell you what the demands are and what they want. They're not settling. We have our councillors with us here this afternoon. They don't want us sitting in boardrooms. They have called us outside. We're at the gate right now. It's dark here. You have tires back up. It's very tense here.
And how worried are you, Dereleen, that this situation might get out of hand if things are not resolved speedily?
You know what? We've said that we've managed to keep this community calm because we're so tired of the narrative that as colored people, we are violent. You know, we really try and have a different protest and show South Africans that that is not who we are. But as things stand, we do so much. I mean, earlier on, I came to sit in the tent alone here because they came to pull me out of the meeting. So I'm not sure what's going to happen here tonight.
Dereleen, let's stay on this particular story. We'll touch base with you later and throughout the course of the weekend to see what exactly is happening, because it does look like a ticking time bomb as this community is really upset, feeling, you know, neglected for quite some time. She talks about how this problem has been 10 years in the making. That was Dereleen James, founder of the Yellow Ribbon Foundation. And if you watch the show a little earlier on this week, around Monday, we brought you this community in distress, talking to the National Police Commissioner, calling for action, saying that their lives are in danger when they go to the police station to report, you know, crimes. Their names, they claim, are also being bandied about, which also puts them as whistleblowers at risk. And there was, of course, a plan that was to be given to this community by tonight. And now the community is saying that they still are waiting. So we really are going to keep track on this one to see how things develop overnight.